doesn't look too promising. So
Yeah.
yeah, the games just kept on getting added down here. I was like, well, I better find a babysitter and come over and work. So
Yeah.
nobody was practicing on this field, so they were able to start here and
Early.
yeah, instead of 5:30, 4:30. So
Yeah.
yeah, I got up here. I got really nervous because All right, it's opening afternoon here in Wisconsin Rapids. It is not conference baseball on Zaleski Sports. It is the Thorp Owen-Withee Redhawks and the home Assumption Royals. Glad to be back with you here in Wisconsin Rapids. This is Steve Maves from the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex here on this gorgeous Tuesday night. Haven't been with you since the tough end of the basketball season for the Assumption boys. And a handful of those boys on this baseball team this spring, including the starting pitcher for tonight in Ron Board. We'll go through the starting lineups here in just a moment. Today's pregame show is presented by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Again, it is a gorgeous Tuesday afternoon here in Wisconsin Rapids, the final day of the month of March. We're supposed to have a couple of games on Thursday. That looks to not be very likely, but we'll keep you up to date on those on ZaleskiSports.com and our social media platforms. We'll start for the Redhawks, the Thorp Owen-Withee Co-op Redhawks. Batting first at shortstop is number 7, Nolan Peterson. Clay Mueller is in left field. He bats second. Cooper Rosemeyer is in center field. Rack Werner is at third base. Isaiah Pershala is behind the plate. Evan Penterman is what do I got here? May have said Evan's name wrong. It is Penterman is on the mound. Gilb Cholkis is at second base. Griffin Kroplin is the DH. Peyton Reynolds is in right field. And Nolan Lazinski is not batting. He is at first base against the senior right-hander, Ron Board, for the Assumption Royals. Assumption, they're grays, gray tops, blue numbers, white outlines on those numerals. You got 4 games at the Quadplex today, all looking to be very competitive. All the other 3 starting at about 5:30. Just to our left on the varsity softball field, it'll be Columbus Catholic and Rib Lake. On the north baseball field right behind us, it is going to be Stratford and Eau Claire Regis. And then in the softball field to our right, it'll be Wittenberg Burnhamwood taking on Stratford. All those games live and free. Broadcast in HD on Zaleski Sports. The first pitch of the 2026 spring season from Ron Board comes in at 4:45 this afternoon. Misses high for a ball, and we are underway. Nolan Peterson, the shortstop for the Redhawks. Right-handed batter's box. I'll give you the defensive alignment here for Assumption in a moment. Hit sharply past first, but foul. A little late on it. And already without baseballs here. Only umpire didn't have any in his pocket, and Ron used the one that got fouled off on the opening batter, Nolan Peterson. Clay Mueller in left field, he's on deck, followed by the center fielder, Cooper Rosemeyer. Owen-Withee boys basketball team had a really good winter as well. Great to see multi-sport athletes, no doubt about it. The 1-1. Fouled straight back into the net. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And really glad to be able to get some baseball in here in the month of March. Likely next games will be next week. A high one, and he went around. There's strike 3 swinging. There's the first strikeout of the night. That's the Serve Pro strikeout. Call Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. 1 up and 1 down for Ron Board, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Clay Mueller. Couldn't quite check his swing was Peterson, and Derek Freeman at first base rung him up. The 1-0 here from Ron. Gets away from the catcher, Camden Martin. Outfield behind Ron Board, Chase Lieberg in left, JT Schlafer in center, and Siler Schill out in right. Keegan Cavanaugh stands at third base. J.J. Oswald at short. John Menarson at second, and Braden Peters at first, with Camden Martin catching Ron Board here this afternoon. And Clay Mueller up 3 balls and no strikes. The windup for Ron. Right down, right down the middle for a strike, 3-1. We had a handful of games last weekend, all indoor softball games, then one last night over in Port Edwards. Board misses away. First base runner via the walk for the co-op of Thorp, Owen-Withee, the Red Hawks. Second year as a co-op. Good numbers this year for the Red Hawks. Mueller leads from first. Braden Peters holding him on slightly. This is a bit high, 1-0. Rack Werner awaits on deck. Again, you can view all the games here at the Quadplex at ZaleskiSports.com, all 4 of them tonight. Board misses again away, and it's 2-0. Sorry. 2 balls and no strikes. And there goes the runner, and it gets away from Camden Martin. It'll be a stolen base for Clay Mueller. Got a lot of games going on today. Unfortunately, doesn't look too promising coming up on Thursday. 3 balls and a strike to Cooper Rosemeyer. Count runs full now to Cooper. Game changer says 14. 3-2. Fouled straight back. Remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second is Clay Mueller with 1 out. After the strikeout to Peterson to start the game for Ron Board. The 3-2. Breaking ball missed high and back-to-back walks. That'll bring up Rack Werner, the third baseman. 2 on, 1 out. Here in the visitor half of the first inning. Braden Peters backs up a little even now with the bag at first. Ward kicks and fires. The throw down to third. Goes into left field. And the Red Hawks will start the afternoon with a lead. Stolen base and an error. And the Red Hawks lead 1-0. Pitch to Werner was a ball in there. 1-0 is swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes, pardon me. The 0-2 here to Werner. Right down 8th Street for a backwards K. And that's the second Serve Pro strikeout for Ron Board. 2-way now for Isaiah Pershala. Swung on a miss there, 0-1. Runner in scoring position here for the Redhawks. J.J. Oswald will lead things off for Assumption in the bottom of the first. The 0-1 away. Assumption next game against Marathon on Monday. Depending on how things pan out, we might be right back here with you. That is where they're scheduled to play here at the Quadplex. Swung at a high heater, and it's 1-2. Expect Witter Field not to be ready for a little while yet, especially with the ice coming. On Thursday, the 1-2. And spun in there, backed out of the way was Pershaw, and it's 2-2. Ron Board comes set. Got him looking on the bottom of the zone, and that will do it here in the first. 3 strikeouts for Ron Board. He gives up a run on no hits. There's an error and 1 left on. We have played a half an inning. It is Thorp, Owen-Withee 1. Assumption coming up. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsLiver.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Rapids. It'll be the Assumption Royals' turn to bat here against Evan Penterman for the Thorp Owen-Withee Redhawks. Remind you that today's game is brought to you in part by Nakush Port Edward State Bank. They proudly support our local athletes and their families from business to personal banking and everywhere in between. Let Nakush Port Edward State Bank work for you. And appreciate everyone tuning in here on Zaleski Sports this afternoon. J.J. Oswald will lead things off here for the home Assumption Royals. Followed by Ron Bohr, Chase Lieber, Camden Martin, Braden Peters, Siler Schill, J.T. Schlafer, John Menarson, and Keegan Kavanaugh. Speedy J.J. Oswald to lead things off here for the Royals. First one misses away, and it's 1-0. One 0 Redhawks on a throwing error by Camden Martin. After a walk, swung at a wild one there, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. In a very successful winter on Zaleski Sports, J.J. Oswald splits one right back up the middle. And the Royals have a leadoff base runner. First hit of the season goes to J.J. Oswald. That'll bring up the senior Ron Board with a runner at first. Great year games-wise, the number of games, and our great viewers as well. Thank you all. Board looks at a strike right at the knees, and it's 0-1. Getting a lot of great games today on Zaleski Sports here at the Quadplex. That one bounces in there. Good stop there by Pershala, and it's 1-1. A beautiful afternoon here in Wisconsin Rapids. First pitch today was at 4:45. That was going to be grounded to second. That's Cholka's bobbles. Everybody's going to be safe. Ward's going to reach on the error, and now there's 2 on and nobody out for Chase Lieberg, another senior for Assumption here. Cholka's just couldn't come up with it. Over at second base, had a picture-perfect double play opportunity. There's a strike. The 0-1 here to Chase. Outside corner and a beauty there from Penterman, and it's 0-2. Two on, nobody out. The 0-2 here to Chase Lieberg. Misses away again. Another stop behind the dish by Pershala, and it's 1-2. Owen misses a touch low. We're evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chase had a sensational winter as well on the court for the Assumption Royals. The 2-2 here to Lieberg. Off-speed pitch, and he fouls it straight back. Camden Martin awaits on deck, followed by Braden Peters for the Royals. Oswald leads from second, still nobody out. Penterman sets and fires. There goes Oswald, and a stolen bases all around for the Royals. Bobbled by Pershala, but they probably wouldn't have had a chance anyway to get JJ at third base. 2 in scoring position now with a full count to Chase Lieberg. And swung on and missed. A big first out there by Evan Penterman, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Camden Martin with 1 out here for Assumption. Oswald from third, Board from second. That one bounces away. It's going to be close at the plate. The throw home is not going to be in time. J.J. Oswald's going to score on a wild pitch. And Assumption answers right back with a run of their own. We're tied at 1 here at the bottom of the first. Penterman spiked 3 or 4 of those so far in this first inning. Pershala just couldn't come up with that one. The 1-0. Misses low and away again. 2-0. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com. Find agent near you. There's a strike right on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Camden Martin, the catcher for the Royals. Right-handed batter's box. Ron Board leads from third. And right in there again. We're even at 2-2. One on, 1 out. 1 across for Assumption here in the bottom of the first. The 2-2. Penterman steps off. He throws over to take a look at Ron Board. ShedSliver.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and here in Wisconsin Rapids. Get more information at ShedSliver.com. That one spikes in there as well. Ron didn't get a good read at it. And once he hesitates, better safe than sorry than to stay put. Count runs full here. Second straight batter that Penterman has run full here against Assumption. The payoff coming back to Martin. That was going to be looped and caught, snagged out of the air by Cholkus. 2 away now for Braden Peters. Talk about a kid that stepped up big time. Again, I'll probably mention him more than once this year and this spring, probably more than just in this game as well. It's a great season that the Assumption boys had. That one misses away, 1-0. Tyler Schill awaits on deck for the Royals. And try and get to some more Assumption baseball games this spring. Over at Witter, chopped over to third. It's a fair ball right past the glove of Warner. And it's going to be an RBI single for Braden Peters. Base hit there for BP, and Assumption gets 2 here in the first to answer back. Now to bring up Tyler Schill with 2 outs. That good piece hitting there by Braden Peters right underneath the glove of Rack Werner at third. Right past Ron Board as well. Oh, and Spike's in there again. 1-0 to Schill. Penterman looks, steps off, and Peters about a step and a half off of first. Dove back before Penterman even tossed it over there. The 1-0 misses away. JT Schlafer awaiting on deck. Next up, Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. The 2-0. Swung over the top, 2-1 here to Schill. Clay Mueller in left, Cooper Rosemeyer in center, and Peyton Reynolds out in right. Rack Warner, Nolan Peterson, Caleb Cholkus, and Nolan Lazinski from third to first. For the Red Hawks, Isaiah Pershala catching Evan Penterman here this afternoon. The 2-2. Foul straight back. Deuces are wild here in the bottom of the first. 2-1 Assumption. Breaking ball, good eye there. Spun out of the zone, and the count runs full. Braden Peters will have a head start here on the pitch from Penterman. Evan comes set. There goes Braden. Foul down the right field line, and popping into the fence down there as Peyton Reynolds will go and retrieve it. That'll give us time to remind you that Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling of Wisconsin Rapids. Place your comfort at home as their highest priority. Give them a call or find them online at rapidsheetmetal.com. Penderman steps off as Reynolds gets back into position out in right field. And once they get more into the season, they'll have the outfield fence covered up with the Rapids baseball covering. The 3-2 got him looking on the outside corner. And a good pitch there by Penterman to end the first inning. 2 runs across for Assumption on a couple of hits. There was an error and 1 left on. We've played an inning complete. It's Assumption 2 and the Red Hawks of Thorp Owen-Withee 1. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Red Hawks. Evan Penterman to lead things off. As Ron Board, pitcher v. pitcher here to start the second inning, and Ron pumps in a strike to start his second inning of work. And misses touch high. We're even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, upcoming for Assumption, they'll be hosting a Marathon next week, Monday. There's a breaking spinner in there. Major League Baseball calls that a sweeper now, and it's 1-2. There's a swing and a miss, and Board picks up his 4th Serve Pro strikeout. All 4 outs so far for Ron Board have come via the K. That one misses inside. Kilb Cholkus, the second baseman for Thorp Owen-Withee. Again, second year as the Red Hawks co-op. Assumption softball gets in action next Monday as well against Marathon. There's a strike right at the letters, and it's 1-1, just below the letters. And it's a no school day next Monday for Assumption, so we'll see if that plays a factor at all. Ooh, a beautiful breaking ball in there, and it's 1-2. Board kicks and fires again. Misses wild in the left-handed batter's box, and it's 2-2. They'll host Marathon on Monday, then they'll travel up to Abbotsford to take on Abbey Colby, the co-op, on Tuesday. Host Phillips on Friday the 10th. To round out next week. 3 games next week scheduled for Assumption. There's a swing and a miss, blew it right past him. And the 5th Serve Pro strikeout for Ron Board, and there's 2 away here in the second. Schedule for Assumption this year, as mentioned, Marathon, Abbey, Phillips. Then they host Iowa Scandinavia on the 14th. They go up to Marathon on the 17th. Doubleheader against Pacelli on the 18th. Right on the inside corner. Griffin, Cropland, the DH. Just a touch inside, 1-1. Then they'll have the Stratford Twin Bill on the 21st. They go to Stratford. They host Stratford on the 23rd. Host Adams Friendship on Monday the 27th. And the Auburndale home and away on the 28th and 30th. There's a strike in there. We're even at 2-2. Host Rib Lake on May 1st. The Edgar doubleheader, the home or away and home, 5th and 7th. They go to Amherst for a doubleheader, and then they finish up with Athens on the 18th. And Ron Board strikes out the side for the second straight inning. He's got 6 through an inning and a half. It is Assumption 2 and Thorp Owen-Withee 1. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsLiver.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Seven, 8, 9 here for Assumption in the home half of the second inning. It'll be JT Schlafer, John Menardson, and Keegan Cavanaugh against Evan Penterman here in the bottom of the second inning. Went through Assumption's schedule for the co-op of Thorp Owen-Withee. They go to Augusta on Thursday the 9th. They go to Stanley Boyd on Friday the 10th. No team this year for the Greenwood Indians, which is wild. They were at state just a couple of years ago. Schlafer bloops this one into left field, and JT gets on with a leadoff base hit here in the bottom of the second inning. Right in on his hands over the head of Rack Werner. It landed on the dirt part of the infield behind Werner at third, trickled into left for a leadoff base hit. Got to bring up John Menardson, the second baseman. Schlafer from first with nobody out. Menardson dribbles this one and to second for one, and the relay throw not in time. And Menardson will reach on the fielder's choice. Schlafer out at second for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Keegan Cavanaugh, the left-hander. Then they have a couple of home games to Thorp Owen-Withee. They host Abbotsford on the, a lot of road games to start the year. And Keegan gets hit. So 2 on now, the bottom of the order, and that'll bring up the top of the order, and J.J. Oswald. So all road games for Thorp Owen-Withee until they host Gilman on the 21st. And they go to Gilman, host Abbotsford, host Columbus, go to Columbus. They host Bruce on May 1st. A lot of road games for the Red Hawks to start the year. Oswald into right field. They're going to send John Menardson around third. They throw to second, and J.J. Oswald drives in a run, and it's 3-1 Assumption. Cavanaugh goes to third on the throw. And the Royals get another one here. JJ with his second base hit of the day and drives in a run. That'll bring up Ron Board. Reached on an error in the first inning. After they host Bruce, then they go to Neilsville Granton. JJ Oswald's going to go to second base and steal second base. Got the Red Hawks sleeping. JJ, baseball knowledge and just too quick. And easy pickings there for JJ Oswald. Now 2 in scoring position for Ron Board, and the first one misses away. Ron reached on an error in the first and came around to score in that first inning on the base hit by Braden Peters. Drops in and low, and it's 2-0. Williams Plumbing and Heating is locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids. For all your plumbing and heating needs, why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. Outside corner for a strike. 2-1 to Ron. Ron's got 6 strikeouts. He struck out the side both times that he's pitched so far. Bouncer, high bouncer to Cholkus at second, bobbles it again, high throw to first. He's out at first, but drives in a run. Good job by Caleb Chalkus over at second base to still bring it in. Kavanaugh scores on the ground out. Assumption gets another one, 4-1. 2 away now for Chase Lieberg. Still another run sitting out there for Assumption. J.J. Oswald at third with great speed, and Chase looks at a strike in the outside corner, 0-1. In all games at 5:30, Regis and Stratford boys baseball starts at 5:45. High and tight on Chase, 1-1. Penterman fires home. There's foul straight back. Had a good one to swing at and just missed it, 1-2. And parking lot looks more like a late season day than a last day of March day. Packed and raring to go with 4 varsity games today here at Wisconsin Rapids. 2 baseball, 2 softball. And you can watch all 4 of them at ZaleskiSports.com. Lieberg again, high and tight. Count runs full for the second time against Chase. Oswald still stands at third base for Assumption. He had a base hit and drove in a run. Drops just a touch low, and Chase Lieberg will take first base for Camden Martin. The first walk of the day for Evan Penterman. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Martin looks at a strike in the inside corner, 0-1. 4-1 Assumption, 2 in the first, 2 in the second for the Royals. Martin popped out to second his first time up, looks at a ball low. The 1-1. Popped up again, playable for Pershala, the catcher, and he can't make the catch. Tough play for the catcher to make. Isaiah gave it a good try, just unable to bring it in. Runs 1 and 2 now to Camden Martin. Long look at Lieberg at first. Chase stays put and spikes it in there again, does Penterman, and another great stop by Pershala. 2 and 2 now. Deuces are wild again here in the bottom of the second inning. 4-1 Assumption, season opener for both clubs. The 2-2 back. And wanted it, able to hold up. Count runs full. Good hold there by Camden Martin. Chase will have a head start here on the pitch. There goes Lieberg. Lines it past third and foul. We'll do it again. And for a lot of these teams, practice started last week, but yesterday, one of the first times being able to get outside. Again, we had a couple of softball games, or we had a softball game yesterday, and the 3-2. Lined into center field. There's a RBI base hit. Lieberg will go from first to third, and the Royals add another one. Good piece of hitting there by Camden Martin. Good at bat. Again, back-to-back full count at bats against Penterman, and Camden Martin drives in Chase Lieberg, and it is 5-2 Assumption. Or 5-1 Assumption, pardon me. J.J. Oswald scored on that base hit. But Ann Molsky from Pacelli said yesterday it was just their third time in the first 2.5 weeks of getting outside. Braden Peters at the dish. The 8th hitter of the inning for Assumption. He had an RBI base hit down the third baseline his last at-bat. Assumption putting the pieces together today. And there's one below the knees, and it's 0-2. The 0-2. There goes Martin. Fouled at the plate. We'll do it again. Solaris is your hometown fiber internet provider. Just like our athletes bring their best to the field, we bring our best to your home with lightning fast, reliable fiber internet that never quits. Stream, game, and connect without missing a beat. Get connected, stay connected at Solaris.net. To all of our live streams here in town, powered by Solaris. Camden Martin takes second without a throw. All of our games here at the Quadplex, both field houses, Assumption and Lincoln. Now misses away and gets away again from Pershala. Lieberg will come in to score without a slide. And he'll score on a wild pitch. Camden Martin takes third, and the Royals up 6-1. Here at the Quadplex at Assumption and here at Lincoln High School in the gyms at Southwood County Stadium for football and soccer as well. And over at Witter Field when we can get over there. Hoping to get over there a little bit more this spring. Historic Witter Field. The 2-2 from Penterman. Misses away. Counter runs full again. Third straight full count for Evan Penterman here for Thorp Owen-Withee. The 3-2 again. Fouled at the plate, staying alive. Siler Schill awaits on deck for Assumption. Have to go back here and take a look at when we were able to get our first game in last year. The 3-2. And swing at ball 4 right up at his eyes. We'll do it again at 3-2 again. It was here at the Quadplex. Pacelli and Pittsville. Nope. Oh yeah, that was in Gulf Shores for that game, but that was a extra inning win for Pittsville that day. Here on this field in early April last year. The 3-2 back at it again. Steps off. Throws over to third. And Martin back. And Penderman spiked a handful of pitches at home plate. And so Martin getting that secondary lead to score on a pass ball or wild pitch. 3-2 again. Fly ball into shallow right field. Reynolds coming in. Is going to drop for a base hit. Another run comes in for Assumption. Braden Peters, his second hit, his second RBI of the day. And that'll bring up Siler Schill. Third straight full count at bat for Assumption. And in each of those, there's been a walk and a couple of hits. 7-1 Assumption here in the bottom of the second inning. Bring up Siler Schill. Going to be knuckled over to second. Tough play for Cholkus. And a wild throw. And Peters will head to third. And Siler Schill will reach on an error. Peters from first to third, and that'll bring up J.T. Schlafer, who started the inning off with a base hit to left. And they'll have a conversation here on the mound. Again, JT will be the 10th hitter of the inning. I believe Evan Penterman might be done here, but we'll see what the final verdict will be. Like Carrie Van Aert with State Farm, be your go-to for all your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options. Come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van Aert with State Farm here in downtown Wisconsin Rapids. Other games should not have started yet. Joe Anderson on the Rib Lake and Columbus Catholic softball game just to our left. Stratford-Wittenberg softball just about to get underway. Regis Stratford first pitch at about 5:45 tonight here at the Quadplex. If you're watching our game and want to go watch Columbus Catholic and Rib Lake softball as well, go over and wish Joe Anderson a happy birthday. Appreciate Joe coming down here on short notice this afternoon. The 0-1. Ground ball to third and foul. Schlafer behind 0-2. We've been very fortunate with the people that have come on to work here at Zaleski Sports, and we appreciate Joe and all of his efforts the last number of years, no doubt about it. The 0-2 to Schlafer. Ground ball to short. And bobbled again. Flips it over to second. And that'll end the second inning. Royals score 5. They leave 2. And we've played 2. After 2 complete, it's 7-1 Assumption. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports. Presented by ShedSliver.com.
Maida Custom Apparel. Your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MaidaCustom.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
All right, we go to the top half of the third inning. It's 7-1 Assumption. Ron Board back out there. Peyton Reynolds to lead things off here in the visitor half of the third. First offering from Ron is swung on and missed at a high heater, and it's 0-1. And the lone run came after a walk and a couple of stolen bases and then a throwing error, but Assumption has answered back in a big way, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 fires back home, and Ron misses wildly high and away, and it's 2-1. Investor's Choice, shouldn't financial advice focus on you, your goals, and your dreams? Your Modern Woodmen of America representative can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. Call Scott Patrick at 715-424-1873, 715-424-1873 to start the conversation today. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Ron's got 7. 7 Ks the first time through the batting order, and that'll bring up Nolan Peterson, who started the game off with a check swing strikeout. There's a strike again. Ron pumping the zone here in the groove. It's Ron Board. 7 strikeouts, a couple of walks, and a run given up. That was fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. Redhawks really haven't gotten any good swings yet today. The 0-2. Got him again. Backwards K on the sweeper. Two-away, strikeout number 8 for Ron. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the third. I'll bring up Clay Mueller, who walked back in the first inning, came around to score the lone run for the Redhawks so far. First offering home, misses away, and it's 1-0. Ron kicks and fires. Fly ball to left. Lieberg chasing it. That's going to be the first base hit of the day for the Redhawks. Oppo taco there for Mueller. Nice piece of hitting there for Clay. And a 2-out double for Clay Mueller. Nice piece of hitting there. Went opposite field, in on the hands, and split it out to left field. First base hit of the day for the Redhawks. Got to bring up Cooper Rosemeyer. Shook a couple off. Spinner in there and a beauty, and it's 0-1. Shook one off, got the second one he likes, does Ron. And there again, spun it past him, and it's 0-2. Home. Fastball off the glove of Martin, and Clay Mueller will get to third on a pass ball. Ball and 2 strikes to the Redhawks center fielder. There's a swing and a miss. Ron strikes out the side again. Number 9 for Ron. And we go to the bottom of the third. And no runs on a base hit and 1 left. We've played 2.5. 7-1 Assumption. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Clay Mueller, the new pitcher for the Redhawks. Get all the changes here for you once we see him up on Game Changer. See who the new left fielder is. But Clay Mueller is your new pitcher for the Redhawks. Reminder today's ball game is presented by Wisconsin River Orthopedics. For all your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. Not sure if the Stratford boys just got here or not, but looked like they did with their first pitch. Supposed to be in 8 minutes, but doesn't look plausible that way. But again, you can check it out at ZaleskiSports.com. The other softball games are underway. Rib Lake and Columbus Catholic just about to get started. Regis and Stratford baseball not. And Wittenberg Burnhamwood and Stratford are in the top of the first. Again, glaring right at the sun. Chris Conley and Ryan Rasmussen doing the best they can on the west-facing softball field here just to our right. John Menarson will lead things off here. The first one from Mueller misses low and away. John reached on a fielder's choice. Back in the second. Fouled back and then fouled off the catcher, Pershala, and it's 1-1. Straight switch. Penterman went out to left field for the Red Hawks. The lefty kicks and fires and misses away, and it's 2-1. Mueller takes a deep breath, fires, and high and away. 3-1 for Clay Mueller to John Menarson. Pretty young infield for Assumption. The left side with Oswald and Kavanaugh. Menarson at second. Senior leader out there, and Braden Peters at first. The 3-2 back home. And got him looking on the backwards K. He froze him. Mueller got him looking. And there's one away now for Keegan Kavanaugh. Got hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, are changing lives one smile at a time. Set up for a free consultation today. Keegan looks at a strike away, and it's 0-1. Top of the order, two up next for the Royals. In the aforementioned J.J. Oswald. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, so it's 0-2. Joe Anderson singing the national anthem to our left. The 0-2. Fouled out of play. Remains 0-2. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where communities come first. Federally insured by NCUA. No balls and two strikes here to Keegan Kavanaugh. Kicks and fires as Mueller and misses away, and it's 1-2. Columbus Catholic softball lost a lot, but they've also got one of the more powerful hitters in the area in Shelby Spada. And Kavanaugh, did he get hit again? And spun out of the way just in time. And it's 2-2. Shelby had a monster year last year for the Dons. I think going to Eau Claire to play softball next year. The 2-2. Low and in, and the count runs full. Back-to-back full counts again. Royals at-bats have been long and decisive so far. Long and patient, I should say. The 3-2. And missed. Walking the number 9 hitter, Keegan Kavanaugh. I'll bring up J.J. Oswald 2 for 2 today. Had some cheering over there, and I think Tria Tubbs pitching for the Tigers. Wittenberg, Burnhamwood, the home team. They were supposed to play in Wittenberg, so that obviously makes sense. Game got moved here to the Quadplex last week, I believe, in anticipation of it. First one to JJ is good for a strike. He knew it, and it's 0-1. Brandon Woodruff back on the mound tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers against Tampa Bay Rays. Bad night at the office last night for Milwaukee. trying to get their bearings with a couple of newbies on the mound. Contreras with a home run last night. See what Big Woo can do tonight. Fly ball to Penterman in left. He can't find it. Over his head. Kavanaugh to third. They're going to wave him around. It's a RBI triple for J.J. Oswald. And the Royals add another one. Penterman could not find it, looking right into that sun, and Oswald 3 for 3 today and drives in another one. Couple of singles and a triple for JJ. And I think Ron Board's day is going to be done. They're going to bring in a courtesy runner for J.J. Oswald. That coach said that they're going to have a courtesy runner for their pitcher, so Ron Board's day is going to be over with 9 strikeouts. Gideon Franz will be the runner. I think they just want to confirm that they didn't have the position change yet. So they called for a courtesy runner for their pitcher, but they didn't give the position change yet that Ron Board was not going to pitch any longer. Yep. They again, they did not confer. They did not get that switched before the at bat or before. So maybe next half inning it'll still be J.J. Oswald pitching, but they tried a courtesy runner. They tried a courtesy run for Oswald, who was not yet announced as the pitcher. So Oswald will still run at third base with 1 out for Ron Board. And if you go up to bat, if JJ was go up to bat and coach was able to come down and say, yeah, I'm gonna be the pitcher next inning, that would have been okay to do. But that position change did not. The change in the lineup did not happen. The 1-1 to Ron Board, and on the inside corner first strike, and it's 1-2. Mueller comes set. The lefty fires home and spikes it in there, and it's 2-2. Isaiah Pershala has had his work cut out for him tonight, and he has done just about as good as you can ask for. Had a couple of get past him, but the number that Benderman and Mueller have spiked in there, he's saved more than he's let go, and saved another one. 3-2. Always tough to figure out this turf surface if you're not used to it, but again, Isaiah Pershala has done a good job. The payoff back to Ron Board, and missed again. That one gets past Pershala, and Oswald is going to score, and another one comes in for Assumption. And just about jinxed him as soon as I said it, and then one gets past him. 9-1 Assumption here in the bottom of the third inning. Then we're up Chase Lieberg, a strikeout and a walk for the senior left fielder. Ball game just an hour and 2 minutes old here. Good showing this afternoon. Now they got Ron Board picked off, but Mueller throws it up the line. Ron Board will head to third, and he's going to round third and try to score, and he is going to score a 3-base error, and a run comes in for Assumption. So an E1 on Mueller, and that results in a run scoring error, 3-base error. They had him picked off and threw it out of the reach of Nolan Lazinski at first base, and no backup by Peyton Reynolds. Not really much that Peyton could do out there. And Lieberg is behind 0-1, but yeah, not much Peyton Reynolds could have done out there in right field. Wasn't throwing hard enough to roll up the fence line. It also wasn't tossed lightly enough for Lazinski to get over there in time. 10-1 Assumption here in the bottom of the third with one out. Two and one here to chase. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon. Opening day of high school baseball games on Zaleski Sports. The 2-1 in there for a strike. 2-2. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust. And second week of softball games. A couple of soccer games tonight as well. Lieberg goes down via the K for the second time. Second strikeout of the inning for Clay Mueller, and there's two outs. For Camden Martin, popped out in the first and had an RBI base hit in the second. That one gets past Pershala, and it's 1-0. And crowds continue to file in. A couple of softball games just underway. Baseball game just about started. There's a strike. Wisconsin Rapids takes on Onalaska in girls soccer tonight here at the at Southwood County Stadium at 7 o'clock. The 1-1. Hits the outside corner, 1-2. That'd be an ABS challenge there if you're Camden Martin. The 1-2. Fly ball to center field right at Rosemeyer, backing up and making the catch about head high. And that'll end our third inning. 3 runs across for Assumption on a base hit, a walk, an error, and nobody left on. We played 3. Royals lead 10-1. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDeliver.com.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, pitching change here for the Assumption Royals. J.J. Oswald on the mound with Ron Board going out to left. Chase Lieberg moves to shortstop. What an outing. What a first game of the senior season for Ron Board. 1 run, 1 hit, struck out 9, and just walked 2 in his season debut for the Assumption Royals. Couldn't have asked for much better. Struck out the side all 3 times including a perfect second inning. Now we'll see what the young right-hander J.J. Oswald can do. And that was the change that they wanted in the bottom of the third inning, but they wanted to courtesy run for the pitcher Oswald, but they couldn't do it because they didn't have the lineup change made at that time. So got it all figured out, and they were ready to go. Rack Werner will lead things off. He struck out looking back in the first. Score updates here on Zaleski Sports. Wittenberg-Burnham will lead Stratford 2-1 in the top of the second. Chris Conley, Ryan Rasmussen on the field just to our right. Columbus Catholic and Rib Lake are knotted at 0 in the bottom of the first in the field to our left. Regis and Stratford, first pitch was supposed to be 5:45, but Stratford baseball got here relatively late, what it seemed like. And first one from Oswald misses away, and it's 1-0. Ritchie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Nakusa and Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Find the very best in personal service at Ritchie Funeral Home, or find them online at ritchiefuneralhome.com. Evens it up on a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Brewers start the season with quite a few American League teams. Of course, the White Sox, now the Rays. They head to Kansas City after their series against the Tampa Bay Rays. That misses away again. Oswald falls behind. 3-1. Time called at the plate. And a 5-pitch walk here to start the fourth inning. One on, nobody out for Isaiah Pershala, the catcher. Evan Penterman, the left fielder, on deck. Yeah, first 9 games for the Brewers, all against first 12 games of the season, all against American League teams, and Oswald throws that one up the right field line. Werner was jogging to second base, and it's going to be a 2-base error on J.J. Oswald. So after the game against the Rays tomorrow, that's a 12:40 first pitch from American Family Field. Then they head to Kansas City over the weekend before heading out to Boston on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week before returning home for 3 games against Washington, a day off, and then they host the American League champions, the Toronto Blue Jays. Dalton Varsho coming back home in mid-April. They're pretty cool to see. 12:40 or 6:40, 6:40, and 12:40 those games. There's a strike. Don't know when they changed that. They all used to be at like 7:10 starts. Now they're all 6:40 starts. The 2-1. Oh! And coming in and throw home. They got him. Oh, great job by Camden Martin. J.J. Oswald covering a home plate, and Werner is out at home. Threw it behind Pershala, and then Camden Martin hustled his tail back there and picked it up and threw him out at home. The 3-1 in there drops low, and another walk here to Pershala. Runner at first now with one out for Evan Penterman, the left fielder. Brewers don't play any divisional games until they host Pittsburgh on April 24th, 25th, 26th. Brewers don't play the Cubs until the end of May for the first time. I was looking on here. They have a stretch. They have a couple of stretches here from July 31st until August 16th where they don't have a day off. 17 games there. Outside corner good. Then they have a day off. Then they have 6. Then they have another day off. And then they don't have a break between August 25th and September 9th. So a busy summer. There's a swing and a miss. Throw down to second, goes into center field. Penderman goes down via the strikeout. There's 2 away now as Pershala steals second base. 2 outs now for Caleb Cholkus. Yeah, quite the August and September for the Crew, especially the month of August. It is going to be 31 days in the month of August, just 2 days off for the Brewers on Monday the 17th and Monday the 24th. So they have 29 games in 29 games in 31 days in the month of August. Busy, busy time. A long ways away until then. Ball and strike here to Cholkus. Oswald fires in high, and it's 2-1. Econ Electric is your local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical service provider since 1970. People have turned to Econ Electric. That's Econ Electric of Wisconsin Rapids. Outside corner first strike. We're even up at 2-2. I'm supposed to be back with you on Thursday. Wisconsin Rapids softball hosting the Holman Vikings in a doubleheader, but looks more and more unlikely every hour you look on Thursday. Wednesday night into Thursday does not look great. And J.J. Oswald picks up another strikeout. We played 3.5. It is Assumption 10, Thorp Owen-Withee Redhawks 1. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at NicoletBank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
We'll have some position changes here when we get them all changed up or when they get them changed up in Game Changer on the app. We'll make sure we bring those to you here in just a minute. It'll be Braden Peters, Siler Schill, JT Schlafer for the home Assumption Royals, leading 10-1 here in the bottom half of the fourth inning as we start our fourth inning here from Wisconsin Rapids. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in here on Zaleski Sports. It is a great afternoon. Clay Mueller on the mound. It's a gorgeous Tuesday night here in central Wisconsin. First one away to Peters. Again, just a couple of weeks ago, we had 2.5 feet of snow, and we are playing baseball here just like that. So we are grateful, and we are very grateful for these turf fields that we're able to come over here and they have them ready for us. Now Mrs. Lowe do a great job here at the Quadplex, of course, being able to get these ready for the teams. And again, that was a big point of getting these turf fields. High chopper over to third, picked up there by Werner, and throws out Peters at first base. There was a UWSP women's softball played a doubleheader here on Saturday. Jeremy Arias will be at the dish now for Assumption for Siler Schill. Don't have any changes. Don't see any changes on the Thorp Owen-Withee game changer side. They may have changed something, but Assumption did not get that changed up. We'll see if the Red Hawks have it on theirs. The issue that maybe it's not an issue, but the thing that happens with us at Zaleski Sports is that, especially the work that Mike Wendlandt does with info picks and getting scores and schedules and whatnot, we have so many game changer teams to scroll through. As 2-0 here. There was a change. It was Pershala is now the third baseman. Werner is behind the plate. So that last play made by Isaiah Pershala over at third base. The 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. So yeah, I mean all the work that Mike does and everybody at Zaleski Sports, just an encyclopedia of game changer teams to scroll through to find what we need to find. So again, that's a good problem to have. I mean, there's plenty of areas where we're not able to get stats and whatnot, and glad the teams have picked up on the game changer. It is a 1-out walk to Jeremy. There's 1 on and 1 out now for JT Schlafer. Runner at first and 1 out for JT. Is there a good buddy? Logan Nystrom down here to our right. Logan took third place in the three-point shooting contest at the state tournament a week and a half ago, ending his outstanding basketball career. The 2-0 here to Schlafer. Lined into right. There's a base hit. Opposite field for JT. And JT's got a couple of hits today. And going opposite field for Schlafer. Those runners at first and second for John Menarson. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Got a home office here on 8th Street. Menarson flies it to left. And it's going to be snagged out of the air out there, and there's 2 away. Good swing there by John. Bring up Keegan Kavanaugh with 2 outs. Hit by a pitch and walked in his 2 at-bats. 10-1 Assumption, bottom of the 4th with 2 outs for Keegan Kavanaugh, looking for his first hit of the game. And that one stayed up high, spun out of the hand. Weird for Mueller. Still 2-1 Wittenberg-Burnhamwood over Stratford. 2 teams that have high hopes on the softball diamond. Regis and Stratford just about to get underway. And Stratford baseball showed up extremely late today. Saw them walking in at about 5:35. So, reason that their game hasn't started yet. Late to show up to the ball diamond. And the 3-0 here to Kavanaugh. And 4-pitch walk. Keegan has reached base all 4 times. A couple of walks and a hit by pitch. Now the bases are loaded for J.J. Oswald, who is 3 for 3 today with 2 singles and a triple. Good speed on the base paths for Assumption. Tall stance in the left-handed batter's box for JJ. Misses away, does Mueller, and it's 1-0. And we're supposed to have a handful of games for you on Thursday. Stay tuned to ZaleskiSports.com and our social media pages. Those likely will not happen. High and tight, it did skim his jersey, and JJ will head down to first base with a hit by pitch and a RBI the hard way. Assumption leads at 11-1. Bases are loaded here with 2 outs for Assumption. It'll be Jaden Johnson to hit here for Assumption in Ron Board's spot. We saw Ron retrieve a ball. No, excuse me. Yep, Jaden Johnson will hit. Ron Board was retrieving a ball in a sweatshirt, so getting France will be the courtesy runner for J.J. Oswald over at first base. Royals lead at 11-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood over Stratford, 2-1 in the top of the 4th inning in softball. Again, their game started about 45 minutes after ours. And they're just about in the same exact spot where we are. This is a low and in to Johnson. It's 1-0. Again, J.J. Oswald looking for maybe a courtesy run or 2 here to be able to play with a couple in the top of the 5th to try and finish this one off. Ball and a strike here to Jaden Johnson. Bases are full of Royals with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Behind it, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Red Hawks will have 8, 9, and 1. The top of the 5th. There's a swing and a miss, and that'll end our 4th inning. A run across, 3 left on. Assumption leads at 11-1. Last shot here for the Red Hawks. We go to the top of the 5th. Royals lead it by 10. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
All right, we go to the top of the 5th inning here. Griffin Cropline will lead things off here against J.J. Oswald. First one in there for a strike. Pops out of the mitts of Camden Martin, and it's 0-1. And all around pretty successful afternoon so far for Assumption, trying to close this one out here. Pick up a first win of the season before taking on a very, very good Marathon team next week. The 0-2. Spinner stayed high, and it's 1-2. Brewers and Rays, first pitch in about 25 minutes. There's a strike. Got him looking on the inside corner. There's a strikeout. The 3rd for J.J. Oswald and the 12th for Assumption pitching this afternoon. Outstanding night on the mound for Assumption pitchers. 12 of the 13 outs have come via the strikeout. The other one was a wild pitch that Camden Martin threw out the runner, Rack Werner, at home plate. Haven't had much defensive work tonight for Assumption. Ron Board had 9 strikeouts through 3 innings. J.J. Oswald had 2 strikeouts in the 4th, just picked up his 3rd here in the 5th. The 1-1. Fly ball out of play down the right field line, and it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. 11-1 Assumption. Top of the order, 2 up next for the Red Hawks. Peyton Reynolds, the batter, struck out in the 3rd. One ball and 2 strikes. Got him again. 4th strikeout for J.J. Oswald. The 13th for the Assumption pitching staff. That'll bring up Nolan Peterson, the top of the order. A couple of strikeouts, and the Red Hawks down to their final out here this afternoon. J.J. trying to finish it off here for Assumption. First one misses away, 1-0. Again, plenty of other games. Once this one wraps up, make sure you check out the other 3 on ZaleskiSports.com. Stratford-Wittenberg softball going to be a doozy. That one's fouled into that softball field. Look out back there. Got to be on the lookout in these fields. Wittenberg leads Stratford 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. In the west-facing field here to our right, softball diamond. 1-1. And over the head again of Peterson, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike with 2 outs here in the visitor half of the 5th inning. Again, misses low and in. Royals have scored every inning this afternoon. Thorp Owen-Withee scored in the first. A throwing error by Camden Martin after a walk and a couple of stolen bases by Clay Mueller, who's on deck. He's got the only hit. Fouled out of play. You look out down there. Count runs full. Clay Mueller wants an at-bat. He doubled down the left field line his last time up. The lone hit for the Red Hawks today. J.J. Oswald trying to make sure that he doesn't get a chance to swing the bat. Three balls and 2 strikes. J.J. stares in and fires home. Ground ball to first. Braden Peters down on it. And the Assumption Royals wrap up the first win of the year with an 11-1 victory here this afternoon over the Thorp Owen-Withee Red Hawks, 11-1. Key Savings Bank postgame show coming up next. You've been watching boys baseball on Zaleski Sports, presented by ShedsDelivered.com. Back in 3 minutes with our postgame show here from Wisconsin Rapids.
I'm Landon Rickstrom.
I'm Emma Roper.
I'm Isaac Shearer. I'm in the house.
Cole gets free on a screen. Garrett comes out to play him. Now they hand it off. Hinson's going to drive. Foyle fell down. Shoots and hits.
Looking towards the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin Rapids. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Leo Rangel with the catch.
Key Savings Bank. Unlocking solutions, powering our team to victory.
Key Savings Bank was the only bank that ever gave me an opportunity to get a house loan. Key Savings Bank, it's like family. You walk in, they all know you, they greet you with kindness and chit-chat a little bit, and it's great. I would recommend Key Savings Bank to anyone.
Hello, I'm Gerald Cannon of Key Savings Bank. At Key Savings Bank, we believe strong communities start with helping our children grow into confident, capable adults. Sports play an important role in that, teaching teamwork, discipline, resilience, and how to support one another. These lessons go far beyond the field and stay with kids for a lifetime. We're proud to be a part of a community that values those experiences. Thank you for supporting Key Savings Bank and cheering for our student athletes.
Meet our valued business partners who trust Key Savings Bank to help grow their success. Hear directly from them about how Key Savings Bank supports their goals and community.
Their willingness to truly listen and take the time to understand our business made all the difference. They believe in us and our vision. The genuine interest in our success turned what could have been a simple banking transaction into a trusted partnership. Their support helped us purchase a new building and take an important step in our growth, and we value having a bank that's invested in our long-term success. They're not just a lender, they're a partner.
We are incredibly grateful for the support from Key Savings Bank. Not only do they support a coloring contest for our members in the winter, they also bring cool treats in the summer. We are grateful that they are positive role models and are a pillar of this community.
Hello, I'm Tracy Verwing, Senior Director of Child Care and Community Programs at the Southwood County YMCA. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Key Savings Bank for being so gracious as to raising money for our child care programs during our annual golf outings. Thanks to their generous support, our center is able to purchase supplies for activities that we would not otherwise have in our budget. This allows us to be able to keep our youngest learners busy and safe while parents can focus on their career and have a peace of mind.
So working with Key Savings Bank has been wonderful. Not only have they joined arms with Best Christmas Ever to help raise funds through their brought fries throughout the summer, they've also hosted gift trees to help us fulfill wish list for families that we are helping. And they've also raised awareness for Wisconsin Rapids area Best Christmas Ever.
Key Savings Bank, unlocking solutions, powering your next move. Visit us online at keysavingsbank.com or stop by our Nakusa or Rapids locations.
A dominating performance for the Assumption Royals to start off our 2026 high school baseball season. It was an 11-1 win for the Assumption Royals. They started things off. We'll start with the Thorp Owen-Withee Redhawks. They started things off with a run in the first, throwing error by Camden Martin. Clay Mueller came in to score on that throw into left field. Then it was all Ron Board on the defensive side for Assumption. 9 strikeouts for Ron tonight. Struck out the side all 3 times. Gave up 1 hit. That was the double to Clay Mueller in the 3rd inning. And J.J. Oswald didn't give up a hit, walked a couple of guys, struck out 4. That was 13 of the 15 outs today for Assumption on the defensive side via the strikeout. The Redhawks, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 errors, and 3 left on for Thorp Owen-Withee. On the Assumption side, they started things off with a base hit by J.J. Oswald. Oswald scored later in that inning. An RBI base hit from Braden Peters brought in, Oswald scored on a wild pitch. Ron Board came in to score on an RBI single from Braden Peters, 2 runs in the 1st inning. Then they exploded for 5 more. JT Schlafer started the inning off with a base hit. John Menarson reached on a fielder's choice. Keegan Cavanaugh got hit by a pitch. J.J. Oswald continued his great hitting. He had an RBI base hit. Ron Board had an RBI ground out. Camden Martin and Braden Peters also came up with RBI base hits in the 2nd inning. Assumption scored 3 more times in the 3rd inning on a RBI triple from J.J. Oswald. He came in to score on a wild pitch. And then Ron Board scored on a 3-base error, on a pickoff error by Clay Mueller in that 3rd inning. They would scratch across 1 more in the 4th inning to get that to get that 11th run of the game. And then Nolan Peterson grounded out for the Redhawks to Braden Peters at first to finish it up here. Assumption goes 11 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 6 runners. Left on base, Ron Board, the winning pitcher, and Evan Penterman, the losing pitcher for Thorp Owen-Withee. Assumption back in action on Monday. They'll host a marathon here at the Quadplex. If that game is live, that is to be determined. But looking to have that one live possibly here at the Quadplex on Monday afternoon. Again, 3 other games going on. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. It is the top of the 5th inning. Again, the field right next to us on the right. Wittenberg-Burnhamwood leads Stratford 2-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Columbus Catholic leads Rib Lake 5-3 in the top of the 3rd. In the varsity softball field to our left, Regis and Stratford are in inning break. It is scoreless. They go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and that is how we wrap things up here today. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our watchers, viewers, and listeners as well. Again, I'm supposed to be back with you on Thursday for Wisconsin Rapids Holman softball doubleheader. That looks more and more unlikely with the weather coming on Wednesday night. But if it does happen, we will be here, and we will have that for you live with a first pitch at 4 o'clock, part of a doubleheader here at the Quadplex. You can check out all of our games at ZaleskiSports.com, upcoming future games, and archived games as well. You can check those out online. This is Steve Abe signing off. Thank you all again for tuning in. Final score, Assumption 11 and the Thorp Owen-Withee Redhawks 1. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Stay safe the rest of the week, and hope to talk to you again on Thursday here from the Wisconsin Rapids Area Sports Quadplex here on the campus of Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School. Have a great rest of your night. Have a blessed night as well. We'll talk to you again next time right here on Zaleski Sports.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it. Restore.